Good morning children, welcome to your GK class. So this video is for class 5 students and today we are doing page number 44 from your GK book and the topic is Monuments of India. So before we start the exercise, let us know what are monuments. So a monument is a type of structure that was explicitly created to commemorate a person or an event or which has become relevant to a social group as a part of the remembrance of historical times or cultural heritage due to its artistic, historical, political, technical, or architectural importance. Some of the first monuments were dolmens or menhirs, megalithic construction built for religious or funerary purposes. Examples of monuments include statues, war memorials of historical buildings, archaeological sites, and cultural assets. If there is a public interest in its preservation, a monument can, for example, be listed as UNESCO or World Heritage Site. So basically, a monument is actually a structure that is created to record a person or an event. So the event can be relevant to a social group as a part of a remembrance, and the remembrance might be coming from a historical time or from a cultural heritage, or might be because of its artistic, historical, political, technical, or architectural importance. So it holds a significance behind it. And some of the monuments which first started were usually dolmens or menhirs, which means that it was just construction which was built either for some religious purposes or for some funerary purposes, means some monuments which was built after the deceased persons. Example of some monuments either includes the war memorials, or you must have seen some statues which has also become monument, or historical buildings, or archaeological sites, or some cultural assets. And let me tell you that if a monument is in a, like, if the public wants to preserve it, so here that can be recorded or voted in the listed in the UNESCO. So that becomes a World Heritage Site and UNESCO takes care of it, and so for its preservance. And here with this I'll also show you some Indian monuments, and our India is very rich in monuments. So here also you can see different pictures of the monuments in our country, like the Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Char Minar. You can see the Mysore Palace. There are so many monuments out here. So now let us describe some monuments. The pictures are given in your book, so we are doing some picture identification today. So the first one is your Humayun's tomb. You can see the picture out here. About the description, you can see this is a Humayun's tomb, and the last refuge of Mughal Emperor Humayun reminds rather of a luxurious palace than a tomb. So when you see this tomb, it doesn't look like a tomb after all, it looks like a palace. And the location is this in the eastern part of Delhi. Humayun's tomb is one of the best preserved Mughal monuments. This spellbinding mausoleum is the first of Mughal architecture in India. After a century from its construction, Humayun's tomb inspired the construction of modern famous Taj Mahal. So after this was constructed, this was Taj Mahal was been inspired after this tomb, and it was been constructed. And from the point of view of the history of architecture, this building is the unique connecting link between Gur Emir, where Humayun's ancestor Tamerlane is buried, and the mausoleum of his grandson Shah Jahan, that is Taj Mahal. So this acts like a connecting link. And Humayun's tomb was built thanks to the initiative of his widow, and this was built by his widow Hamida Banu Begum, who commenced the construction of mausoleum for her deceased husband, that is expired husband, in 1565, which was 9 years after his death. The construction was finished in 1572 finally. So you can see it took a lot of years to prepare this tomb. So this is a beautiful monument, as you can see. The next picture that we will see is Sachi Stup. Okay, so Sachi is a Buddhist complex. It is famous for its great stup on a hilltop on Sachi town in Raisin district of the state of Madhya Pradesh in India. It is located in 46 kilometers northeast of Bhopal, capital of Madhya Pradesh. So I have already told you the location is Madhya Pradesh, and it was started almost around 3rd century BC, and the total structure of Sachi Stup is in a Buddhist style, and the inscriptions whatever is there in the Sachi Stup, it is in the inscriptions were done in 13th session in 1989, and the height is 16.46 meters. The dome, the maximum dome, the dome of the height of the dome is 16.46 meters, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So this is about the UNESCO, and you can see the different pictures of the Sachi Stup. Next we are moving on to number 3, children. You can see out here the picture. This is Jama Masjid, and you can see the beautiful picture of Jama Masjid. So Masjid-e-Jehanuma, it world reflecting mosque, commonly known as the Jama Masjid of Delhi. It is one of the largest mosques in India. The height of the minaret that you can see, it is almost 41 meters, that is 135 feet. The date established is 1656. Construction cost 1 million rupees, and the style in which it is created is in a Indo-Islamic, that is in a Mughal style. Next we are moving on to number 4, children. So the monument which you can see here, it looks very much like a Taj Mahal, and it is also considered a mini Taj Mahal, but this is actually not Taj Mahal. This is Bibi Ka Maqbara, and a symbol of remembrance. Bibi Ka Maqbara is almost indistinguishable from other memento of love and its inspiration. The Taj Mahal, it might be a derivative of the Taj, but the mausoleum stands proud as an expression of a son's love for his mother, and has its own wandering evocation. Also called the Tomb of the Lady Bibi Ka Maqbara, was designed by Ataullah, the son of Ahmad Lahori, the architect of the Taj Mahal, which explains its appearance heavily based on the prime marvel. Related to each other in ways more than one, yet separated by time, magnitude, and miles, both the mausoleums are explanatory depictions of love, memory, and loss. While the first memorial Taj Mahal belongs to Aurangzeb's mother, the second Bibi Ka Maqbara is dedicated to his wife. Both the tombs immortalizing this woman in the chapters of history and alluding to the despotic yet the last influential Mughal emperor. So as you can see, the first is Taj Mahal, and the next one is the replica, you can say, of the Taj Mahal is the Bibi Ka Maqbara, and both has a very great significance, because both was built for in the memory of the ladies, and one for the mother and one for his wife, and this was built in the historical times, and it's a very very important monument which holds a great significance behind it. Next we are coming to number 5, children. Here you can see the picture. This is the picture of Mysore Palace, the beautiful Mysore Palace. And Mysore Palace, or the Mysore Maharaja Palace, is located in the heart of the city. And Mysore Palace is one of the most visited monuments in India, and is one of the largest palaces in the country. It is also known as Amba Vilas Palace, which was the residence of Wodeyar Maharajas of the Mysore state. Locally in Kannada, it is called as Mysuru Aramain. Okay, so this is actually a palace which is located just in the heart of the city, and it is very very famous. The other name for it is Amba Vilas Palace, and in the local language of Kannada it is called Mysuru Aramain. So next, the last one, children, is number 6, the Charminar. So you can see the beautiful Charminar, how it looks at night in Hyderabad. It was built in the year 1591 AD. Charminar is the beating heart of Hyderabadis. The landmark of the city was built by the 5th ruler of Qutub Shahi dynasty, Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah. Charminar is a monument and mosque is an imposing model that celebrates the influence of Muslim Turkomans in India. Considered to be in the top 10 monuments of the country, here's a little something about the structure and its history. So here you can see it is how beautiful it looks, and it is, as it is already said, it is the beating heart of Hyderabadis, means it is located just in the middle of the city and among the Hyderabadis. So it is just the beating heart of the Hyderabadis. So this is a very important monument in Hyderabad. So there's our India is very rich in the monuments, in the beautiful monuments, and has got a lot of significance behind it. So this much for today, children. Thank you very much.